Sometimes you may want to use part of an existing mesh to create new models or accessories. ZBrush's extract function can take any part of your mesh and make new polymeshes out of them. Let's open up one of the heads that comes with ZBrush and click on the tool here and then double-click Demo Head. I'm just going to click and drag to create a copy of this and hit Edit to go into edit mode. Now, extract works on a masked off selection. So what we need to do is draw a selection on the head, and that's going to be what ZBrush extracts into a separate piece of geometry. So I just want to shrink my brush a little bit to make a finer detailed drawing here. And if you hold down Control and click and drag, what you get is a mask or a selection. Whatever you're painting, this is what ZBrush is going to extract. So you can really make anything you want here. I'm going to make a Mexican wrestler, a luchador. When you're happy with the selection you've made, you can go into the Subtool, Subpalette, and look at the extract options. They're all the way down here at the bottom. You've got the extract button that actually creates the extraction, and then there's some settings here that don't make a lot of sense, but let me go over how they work. ESMT stands for Edge Smoothing. This is the amount of smoothing that will help round out the border of the mask. Sometimes it gets a little bit rough, and ZBrush can smooth that out for you. The second is SSMT, which stands for Surface Smoothing. This will basically apply a smooth to the entire surface. I like to turn this one off so that I can manually smooth anything that needs it, rather than letting ZBrush do it for me. So I'm going to drag this one down to 0 so it doesn't do anything. The last setting is Thickness. This will take the extracted geometry and puff it out. If you set it to 0, there will be no thickness at all. If you set it to a negative number, thickness will be added to the backside of the mask. Alright, let's see how it works with these settings. I'm just going to click Extract here. Now what it's done is created a new model based off the shape that we painted on the face. And you can see it's created a new subtool here. I'll talk about subtools in a different video, but for now I just want to click on the mask that was created, and we'll take a look at this. So it made a little bit of thickness, but not much that we can really see. So we can delete this and start over with some different settings until we get a result that we're happy with. So I'm just going to hit delete here in the subtool, subpalette, and then just say yes or OK. And let's make sure we've got our head selected again. And let's go back down to the bottom, and I just want to make it a little bit thicker to make it a little bit more obvious what's happened. So let's raise this thickness up to about 0.1 and then click Extract again. Alright, so yeah, we can see the effect a little bit more clearly now. There's actually some thickness. It looks more like a believable mask that you'd actually see in real life. Now let me go up and make sure we've got the mask selected. We're going to click on it here. Now there's one bug with extracting. The extracted piece keeps the selection that was originally painted and locks it in place. The problem is that ZBrush doesn't show you that anything is selected. So if you try to move the mask, only part of it will move. So let's see how that works. I'm going to go over how to use these move controls in a later video, but for now, just notice how it's not grabbing the entire mask when I try to move it. So what we need to do is clear any selection that we've made to this mask. So I'm just going to hit Control-Z to undo that movement. And the way to clear the selection is Control-Shift-A. And you don't see any change, but it got rid of the invisible mask that was on this. So now that we go to move it, you can see that it's actually moving the entire mask. And if you go back into draw mode, you can edit this mask just like any other piece of geometry now. You'll find yourself using Extract as a quick way to make clothing, armor, and other objects that can be based on the shape of an existing model.